champion will be crowned tonight here at Grayson County High School. 8 teams entered the weekend, but only 2 remaining. The Daviess County Lady Panthers in search of region title number 4 in a row, going up against Owensboro Catholic, looking for their first title since 2017. And a good evening here and welcome on the field here at Grayson County High School. Sam Gormley and Zach Newton with you here for the championship game of the 3rd Region Softball Tournament. We've got Daviess County and Owensboro Catholic. Owensboro Catholic out warming up on the field right now, Zach, and we've seen a lot of softball over these past couple of days, and these have been the best 2 teams.
Yeah, you know, you mentioned going into the first game with Daviess County and Butler County that the RPI told us that those were the 2 best teams last night. But the eye test over the course of 2 and now a 3rd day of softball has told us that these are the 2 best teams. We've seen incredible offense from Daviess County all tournament long and really impressive pitching and defense from Owensboro Catholic. And it's a real clash of styles we've got on hand tonight.
Pitching is the biggest story tonight because when you have Radley Roby for Daviess County and Brooke Hamilton for Owensboro Catholic, Zach, they've combined to throw just over 25 innings and 1 earned run. I might not be the softball expert. It's pretty good.
Yeah, tough to argue with those results as I take one across the foot there. Yeah, they've both been really impressive. Obviously, we saw a perfect game from Brooke Hamilton in the quarterfinals. Roby has been really impressive throughout her 2 starts of the tournament. It's really going to come down, honestly, to who makes the fewest mistakes tonight.
Coming up on our pregame show, we're going to have an extensive look at both of these teams. But first, we are going to give you the recaps. Then we're going to bring you back and have the starting lineups announced here on the field. So what we'll do is we're going to get out of the way so Zach doesn't get hit by a softball because he's already come close once or twice, and I don't want to wear one either. So we're going to play you recaps of yesterday's game in case you missed any of it, and then we'll be back with the starting lineups. Daviess County and Owensboro Catholic in the 3rd Region Championship comes up next here on K105. The 3rd Region semifinals open up tonight at Grayson County High School as it's the Daviess County Lady Panthers and the Butler County Lady Bears. Only one team will play tomorrow evening with a chance to move on to Lexington for the first couple, and then the Lady Bears open it up in inning 4 and 5. 1-1 is hit into the opposite field into right field. They're going to wave around Willoughby. We're going to have a play coming in at the plate. It's going to be a bang play. The tag, the slide. She's out.
Wow.
Willoughby out at home. Daviess County goes 9-3 on the putouts. Rowan in the box. The pitch. Swing and a miss. She gets out of the inning. The break even to Daniels. Fly ball right field. Hunt goes back, she is looking up, and she makes the play as she crashes into the wall. What a play by Carrington Hunt.
The catch against the wall.
Coleman flies one deep to left field. Rowan's going back to the wall. She can't make the play. Rounding and coming in is Belcher. We're going to have a play at home. The throw, the tag. She's in there. Butler County takes a 1-0 lead on the double by Mackenzie Coleman. Ground ball in the hole to right field. 1 run will score. They're going to wave around Hamilton. The play coming in is up the line. Daviess County takes a 2-1 lead on the hit by Danielle Beckwith. Fly ball ripped into deep left field. That ball is off the wall. Absolutely. 2 runs are going to easily score. Going in, standing up is Briley Henry, and Daviess County leads 4-1. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. The 0-1 Hamilton, fly ball right field. Hunt has it red. Coming in and tagging is Daniels. And it is going to be a 5-1 ball game on the sacrifice fly by Cadence Hamilton.
Catcher there.
5-1, the Daviess County lead. The bats were, they were quiet, not really, through the first couple of innings, and that's ripped right back up the middle off the glove with the shortstop Jones. It's 6-1 on the base hit by Caitlin Hill. The bats have awoken for the Lady Panthers of Daviess County.
Yes. If they pull out black tomorrow, I'm probably going to geek out a little bit.
Fly ball hit back into deep center field. Miller looking up. That ball's gone.
That's gone.
Home run, Danielle Beckwith. She touches them all, and it is an 8-1 ball game.
Yeah, an absolute bomb.
Against Gleason. Ripped left field base hit. That'll plate Morris easily.
One.
And it is 9-1. Daviess County has the lead against Butler. And I don't think it's happening. Backside steal at 3rd. It's thrown into left field. That's going to round and score in Payne easily. And advancing to 2nd is Newman. 3-1. Fly ball ripped back into deep center field. Payne's going back. She makes the catch, crashing into the wall. And Daviess County takes down Butler County by a final score of 10-1. The Lady Panthers are off to the 3rd Region Championship game tomorrow evening.
They've got a chance for a 4-peat, Sam. Not something you see very often, but strong game by Butler County. Just couldn't get the bats going. Daviess County woke up in the bottom of the 4th, and that's how we get here.
The 3rd Region softball tournament continues for Edmonson County, and Owensboro Catholic, the winner, meets Daviess County tomorrow.
There you go.
Popped up on the infield. Kuiper goes out. She grabs it. Edmonson County gets out of the jam early. You're going to look back on. Change up is a fly ball, center field. Doyle has it read. That's going to easily play Duquesne, and it's 1-0 Owensboro Catholic. 3-2 pitch, right down Broadway, but it's a fly ball left field. Long run for Wilson. It's a fair ball, and it's going to drop. Easily scoring is Tigner, and Addison Tigner goes into second base, standing up with a double with 1 out in the 3rd. This is Owensboro Catholic has the 2-0 advantage. Showing bunt, pulling back, pops off the glove of Kuiper. Play coming home, the throw, the tag, she's safe. He runs. And she rips one into left field. Wilson's going over. She makes the catch. Coming into tag is Tigner. It's a great throw. The tag is not in time. What a throw by Brooklyn Wilson to make that play close. But it's still Owensboro Catholic 4-0.
It's really, really hard to throw that runner out from 3rd. She got about as close to water as you can get without getting your eyes wet, Sam.
1-1. Norris rips into left field. It's over the head of the left fielder Jones, and that's going to score a run. Julie Norris singles off the wall, and Edmonson County makes it a 4-1 game.
The only thing that you hate there with 2 outs, you really hate she couldn't get to second, get back into scoring position.
1-2 to Tigner. Bases loaded. Fly ball, center field. Doyle has it read. Here comes an opportunity for a tag. Tigner comes in. The throw is up the line. Both runners advance, and it's 5-1 Owensboro Catholic on the sacrifice fly by Hannah Tigner. Daviess County waits. Fly ball left center field. That's going to drop. It's going to be 6-1. Rounding and now going digging for second on the throw in will be Tigner, and it is 6-1 to give us their lead. Ground ball up the middle, underneath the glove of Vincent and into center field. It is 7-1. Owensboro Catholic has the advantage. The dugouts cheer their own teams on. Hamilton delivers. Swing and a miss.
15, Sam.
15 strikeouts from Brooke Hamilton. And that will do it. Edmonson County is eliminated, and Owensboro Catholic advances to the 3rd Region Championship tomorrow. Welcome back to Grayson County High School. The third region softball championship is about ready to get underway between the Daviess County Lady Panthers and the Owensboro Catholic Lady Aces. Sam Gormley and Zach Newton with you as they're getting ready to announce the starting lineups for both of these teams, as we will bring that to you via the booming voice of Alan Dotson. At least I thought he was getting ready to talk. Here we go. We'll turn it over to Alan Dotson for the PA announcing.
On the campus of Grayson County High School, for this evening's championship game of the 2023 3rd Region Softball Tournament between the 9th District runners-up, the Lady Aces of Owensboro Catholic, and the 9th District champions, the Lady Panthers of Daviess County. We would like to thank Owensboro Health for being a proud sponsor of the 3rd Region Softball Tournament. We would also like to give a shout out to K105 for broadcasting the entire 3rd Region Tournament. Now for the lineups. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Owensboro Catholic Lady Aces. Leading off, pitcher number 2, Brooke Hamilton. First base, number 15, Bailey Hamilton. Second base, number 9, Addison Tigner. Left field, number 18, Ruthie Jones. The DP, number 7, Hannah Tigner. Third base, number 4, Taranda Stewart. Center field, number 24, Lily Grant. The catcher, number 22, Macy Merritt. Right field, number 21, Abby Ducate. And the flex playing shortstop, number 10, Gracie Ducate. And the head coach for Owensboro Catholic is Jeremy Phelps. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Daviess County Lady Panthers. Leading off at third base, number 24, Sadie Morris. Center field, number 31, Kaylee Payne. First base, number 7, Jesse Daniels. Shortstop, number 1, Annie Newman. Catcher, number 11, Callie Smith. Right field, number 17, Cadence Hamilton. The DP, number 13, Caitlin Hill. Second base, number 44, Danielle Beckwith. Left field, number 12, Michaela Rowan. And the flex as the pitcher, number 15, Rayleigh Roby. And the head coach is John Biggs Sr. Umpires for this evening's championship game are plate umpire Randy Chapman, first base umpire Brad Phipps, and third base umpire Rob Trantham. Please rise.
We'll take a break. Daviess County and Owensboro Catholic is next on K105. We welcome you here to Grayson County High School.
This isn't on.
Now batting number 15, Bailey Hamilton.
Bailey Hamilton is the hitter now for Owensboro Catholic after Brooke Hamilton popped up against Rayleigh Roby. And the first pitch is a called strike to Bailey Hamilton for Owensboro Catholic. We think we figured out our technical issues. Hamilton, .314 average, 6 homers with 3 doubles and 26 RBIs.
Hey, shocker early. Rayleigh Roby already a problem for the Owensboro Catholic hitters.
Rayleigh Roby, the starting pitcher, 23 games, 21 starts, 20-2 record with a 1.25 ERA, 193 strikeouts. Hard ground ball to Newman at short. She'll throw on, and that is out number 2 here of this inning.
Quick work here, 2 down already.
Let's quickly bring you the starting lineup for Owensboro Catholic. Leading off, it was Brooke Hamilton, Bailey Hamilton, Addison Tigner, Ruthie Jones, Hannah Tigner, Taranda Stewart, Lily Grant, Macy Merritt, and Abby Ducate. Again, in the circle is Rayleigh Roby. Addison Tigner, the second baseman, steps into the box. She's 3 for 7 in the tournament, and she pops the first one off near to the cow pasture off to the right side. Tigner on the season, .396 average, a homer, 5 doubles, 17 runs batted in. And these two pitchers in today's game, both Roby and Hamilton, have paced themselves. Popped a sky-high fly ball right side. Hamilton comes in to have it grabbed, and that is the end of the top half of the first inning. Owensboro Catholic goes 1-2-3. The Lady Panthers are coming up. This is the Owensboro Health 3rd Region Softball Championship on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where Owensboro Catholic went 1-2-3 in the top half of the first inning. And it'll be Daviess County's attempt to hit for the first time. Let's meet their starting lineup. Sadie Morris leads off at third base. Kaylee Payne in center field. Jesse Daniels at first base. Annie Newman at shortstop. Callie Smith behind the dish. Cadence Hamilton in right. The DP is Caitlin Hill. Danielle Beckwith. And then Michaela Rowan rounds out the starting 9 for Daviess County. They'll be going up against Brooke Hamilton. In the circle, 29 games, 26 starts, a 2.09 ERA, 19-9 record with 233 strikeouts, 53 walks. She has been superb in this tournament so far. 14 innings, 1 run, 25 strikeouts, along with hitting a home run. And of course, on Sunday against Meade County, just threw a perfect game. She'll face Sadie Moore, and the first pitch to Moore is high for ball number 1. Moore, the leadoff hitter and the third baseman. .404 average, 7 homers, 11 doubles, and a triple. She's 2 for 7 in the tournament with a pair of doubles and 3 runs scored. 1-0 is a cold strike in the inside corner. Randy Chapman calling the balls and strikes behind the dish. In the field, you have Brad Phipps, who is down behind first base, and Rob Trantham, who's down behind third base. As we come with the 1-1 from Brooke Hamilton to Sadie Morris. Popped off behind the dish. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sam Gormley and Zach Newton with you here, and this game is living up to the hype. It's the 4th matchup of the year, as Daviess County won the previous 3, Zach, but this is the one that matters more than those 3 combined.
Yeah, this is arguably the most important one. Hamilton has had her best stuff of the year all tournament long. She's been really impressive.
1-2 is a called strike, and down on strikes goes Sadie Morris for Brooke Hamilton. Strikeout number 26 of the tournament. When you look at these 2 starting pitchers today between Brooke Hamilton and Rayleigh Roby, their combined season ERA, 1.73 ERA.
It's pretty good.
In the tournament, They have combined 25.2 innings pitched, a 0.28 earned run average with 44 strikeouts.
That's a good day at the office.
They're averaging nearly 2 strikeouts an inning and allowing a run every 3.
Madness.
That's pretty darn good. First pitch is outside for a called strike to Kaylee Payne, the center fielder. Payne, the left-handed hitting outfielder, is .319 average, a pair of doubles, a triple, and 9 runs batted in. 3 for 7 with a double in the tournament. And the second pitch, it misses outside. We go to 1-1. Owensboro Catholic 23-11, 5-3 in 9th District play. Daviess County 29-4, 8-0 in 9th District play. For Daviess County, they've won 3 straight region titles, 4 of the last 6. Second time in the second straight 3rd region championship that these two teams have matched up. Last year in Owensboro, there's a ground ball fair down the first base line, and there to pick it up is Hamilton. She'll step on first for a 3 unassisted for out number 2 here in this first inning. Jesse Daniels, the first baseman, comes into the box. Daniels has not had a great tournament for Daviess County. 1 for 7 with an RBI. Her average is now, dropped below 500 for the season.
Honestly,
she's slacking a little bit.
Terrible. Absolutely
17
terrible.
home runs, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 59 RBIs. And the first pitch to Daniels is a called strike. If I'm Owensboro Catholic, though, 1 for 7 Jesse Daniels terrifies me, because that means that she is hungry and she is due.
Yeah, you're definitely more concerned about her tonight than maybe you have been all year long.
And she has loud outs this year in this tournament. I mean, she had a couple to the wall. There was one play in the game against Butler County where Carrington Hunt crashed into the wall in right field, making a great play to get out Jesse Daniels. When she hits the ball, it just sounds different coming off the bat. Hamilton coming with a 1-1. Called strike on that outside corner.
Hamilton's painting with just about all the colors of the rainbow there from the circle, really working the outside corner, trying to keep the ball out of the wheelhouse of Jesse Daniels, make sure she can't drive it if she does make contact.
These two teams have also met in multiple region championships as Daniels skies one right side. It is going to be out of play. As they played in the 2017 championship, the 2000 championship, and the 1998 third region championship. Of course, for a couple of those, most of these players weren't even alive, obviously, in 2000 and in 1998. So 2017 and 2022 are the only two that both of these teams would have any recollection of at all. The 9th District has dominated this region as of late. 1-2 is a swing and a miss, and that is the inning. We're through 1 full. No score between Owensboro Catholic and Daviess County. This is the 3rd Region Softball Tournament brought to you by Owensboro Health on K105. Both teams go 1, 2, 3 in inning number 1. Ruth Jones leads off here for Owensboro Catholic. Here in the top half of the second inning against Rayleigh Roby. In the first pitch, Jones sees it right down Broadway for a called strike 1. Jones, 367 average, 7 doubles, 17 RBIs. She had the RBI double in the game against Meade County in that first inning. That was all of the runs that Owensboro Catholic needed, and all the runs you will need when your pitcher throws a perfect game.
Yeah, it turns out you really only need the 1.
The 0-2. Fly ball, left field. Rowan comes in, but Newman backs out and grabs it for out number 1 here in the top half of the second inning.
Nice play by the shortstop, back up into the grass there to make that snag.
Hannah Tigner, the DP, comes in for her first plate appearance. Tigner, 2 for 4 with a pair of RBIs in the tournament, 294 average, 3 doubles, and 6 RBIs on the year. And the first one she sees is outside for ball 1. Really good crowd here at Grayson County High School. And Zach, this is why I love, and you coming from the 5th region, don't know this as much, but the biggest story, you know it a little bit, knowing that the biggest story in this area is where the 3rd region basketball tournament should be held. And it's held every year at the Owensboro Sports Center. There's a called strike. And I know that probably both fan bases that are watching us, when they hear me say this, they're going, ugh, you're going to bring this up. But I've loved the atmospheres we've had here at these small schools, these rural schools, getting the opportunity to show off what they can instead of just going to the big city in the area. I know the 5th region moves it around. We were at a championship game at Hart County where people were falling out of the rafters, and it was so much fun. The 3-1 to Jones is a swing and a miss to make the count go full. But I'm glad that they moved this tournament around. I know in 2018 it was in Calhoun. Grayson County played Apollo in that game, and I've heard stories about how wild it was in the small towns. Popped off left side, it's going to go foul.
Well, when you get a big, college, like I know that, some of the regions are played at college stadiums or what have you. Sure, the facilities are incredible, and the sports center is a great facility in terms of size.
And we don't want to start this into the argument. And there's down on strikes, watching the pitch on the inside corner to Hannah Tigner, Taranda Stewart.
But it's not nearly. But those big atmospheres wind up becoming sterile. And here, the fans are. I've got my feet propped up on the backstop. There are a number of other fans around that have the same. I mean, it's an intimate environment. It's a lot of fun.
Stewart, 207 average, a pair of homers, 4 doubles, a triple, and 8 runs batted in. She's got a pair of walks in the tournament. And the first pitch she sees is outside for ball 1. And I'm not going to turn this into the complaining because, honestly, I could go on. That Muhlenberg-Edmondson County game that we had that was almost 3 hours long, 12 innings, I could have gone all 3 hours complaining about why I think it should be moved around. But that's not why we're here, because we're here for Owensboro Catholic and Daviess County. And the pitch goes outside, and it is 2-0. Roby, and again, I use this lightly, is struggling to find the strike zone just a little bit, less than she has. But again, that's more of just saying how spectacular she's been through the first 2 days.
Well, she does a really good job of getting batters to chase pitches outside the zone, too. That one right there, maybe a little low, but she's adjusted the hitter's eye level now, does a really good job of moving things around, keeping batters on their toes, so to speak.
Stewart has good height as well. If you pitch somebody with height low, usually good things are going to happen. 2-1. Stewart fouls it off behind the dish.
It's a lot harder when you get a tall hitter. It's a lot harder for them to get the bat down and get any kind of drive. You wind up a lot of times either lifting the ball up as you swing skyward, or getting on top of it and hitting a ground ball down one of the baselines.
Coming with the break even. Rayleigh Roby versus Taranda Stewart. Misses just high at the letters. That pitch went, and we go full again here in this top half of the second inning.
That's a stiff zone. She was real close. You got to be careful there with a 2-strike count of any kind against Roby, because sometimes she's gotten that call.
3-2. Yeah! Got to get that one. Called strike 3. Down on strikes goes Taranda Stewart. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. Annie Newman will lead off for Daviess County when we come back, as this is the Owensboro Health 3rd Region Softball Tournament, only on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. It is the bottom of the second inning. Daviess County and Owensboro Catholic. Annie Newman, the freshman, leads off. She has had a great tournament, 4 for 8 with a pair of RBIs and 3 doubles. The freshman on the season, she's getting closer to catching up to her teammate and senior Jessie Daniels. Newman a 487 average, Daniels 495. The freshman starting to catch up. Newman's also had 5 homers, 15 doubles, a triple, and 31 RBIs. And the first one for Brooke Hamilton is outside for ball 1.
Yeah, and Newman, just a freshman, kind of slight build. So the homer she's hitting it's all technique.
Pops it off behind the dish, and it rolls all the way around the net before dropping, and we go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Newman, I'm sure Owensboro Catholic fans very soon are going to just be looking at her being like, when are you going to graduate? Because being a freshman and already smashing the ball, she's going to be giving this team fits for years to come. Here comes the 1-1. Pops outside just like Jessie Daniels has, and I'm sure that Brooke Hamilton has been doing to Daviess County fans. And that's one thing that I love about the rivalry. It's the same thing to us being the Grayson County broadcast team. We look at some kids from Edmonson County or Butler County or Waitsfield Trinity who's on our district. It's like, when are you graduating? The 2-1. Right into right center field. Going back is Duque. Looking up. Home run for Annie Newman. She is going to touch them all, and Daviess County strikes first with a 1-0 lead.
What a shot by Newman. That dog was on its horse, and you were right, Sam. The home run crown is out.
I am a huge fan of the home run crown. I hope our camera picked it up. I hope it picked up the home run crown.
Now batting, number 11.
Callie Smith steps into the box, 4 for 8 with a double, a triple, a pair of RBIs, 390 average with 2 homers, 3 doubles, 4 triples, and 20 dingers, or 20 RBIs rather. 20 dingers would be pretty impressive.
That would be a load.
And the pitch comes in, is popped off out of play from Callie Smith. Smith, another one of these freshmen for Daviess County. This is a team that, they are going to lose some after this year. They lose Jessie Daniels, they lose Rayleigh Roby, but, this team is like, the early years of the John Calipari era. They don't rebuild, they reload, and that's what Daviess County is doing right now, and that is the sign of a program that John Biggs has built. Swinging a strike, making the count go to no balls and 2 strikes.
Well, it also says, it also shows there's continuity. Your feeder programs are working, your little leagues are working. The thing that's really impressive, if you win 4, that's really impressive. You win 5 or 6.
Outside, the pitch goes.
Put your name in the record book in Sharpie that way.
And John Biggs, if he is not in the Kentucky High School Hall of Fame, I don't believe yet, but it's only time until he makes it there. And, this team this year, there are some really good softball teams in the state of Kentucky, but Daviess County has been ranked in the top 5 as there's a ground ball to the second baseman, Tigner, on the knees. She'll throw on to get out number 1 here in the bottom half of the second inning. But this Daviess County team has been ranked in that top 5 of the softball coaches poll for most of the year. And Ballard is the favorite. They've only lost 1 game all season long, and last year I believe they did go undefeated, or maybe they had 1 loss and it was to a team not in the state of Kentucky. But this Daviess County team, they've got pitching and they can hit, and they play good defense, and that's the recipe to succeed. But right now, they still got to get past this Owensboro Catholic team who knows them well.
Well, Catholic's going to have to get the bats going. The only sort of gap in the armor of Owensboro Catholic has been hitting. They got the homer from Brooke Hamilton in the first game.
0-1, swing and a miss. Cadence Hamilton is the hitter right now. She's 4 for 5 with a double and 2 RBIs in the tournament. 303 average, 3 homers, 3 doubles, and 18 runs batted in on the season for the senior Cadence Hamilton, who will be going to Midway. 0-2, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to Cadence Hamilton, and the lineup will flip over towards Caitlin Hill, the DP.
Well, if Brooke Hamilton of Catholic can get out of this inning with just the 1 run, you got to feel pretty good. If there is any fortunate happening with that home run, it was a solo shot. There was nobody on base.
And I like that Brooke Hamilton has settled in and retired the next 2. Because this Daviess County team, looking up and down, it's not like there's one that's necessarily, the easy out. Even players that have had quiet tournaments can beat you on any given night. First pitch outside to Caitlin Hill. The senior, 368 average, a pair of homers, 6 doubles, a triple, and 24 RBIs. It's called strike in the outside corner. Hill has also had a great tournament, but the most impressive stat about this tournament from Caitlin Hill, Zach, she is averaging seeing 5.7 pitches per at bat. So it's the highest in the tournament so far. She is great at knowing when to swing and working that count.
Yeah, both of these teams have shown impressive plate discipline throughout this tournament. Credit to both of these coaches for that, because that's one of the things you really do have to teach baseball and softball players.
2-1 is a cold strike to the knees.
Got the loud pop on that one, hit the sweet part of the mitt.
I've mentioned that pretty much every game we've done, Zach. It's like, I know they talk about smells for like a candle. If you could make a sound, that would be one of the sounds that I would want, because there's nothing much better than that. Base hit left field by Caitlin Hill. Jones comes in to pick it up on one hop, and Daviess County might have a 2-out rally going with the runner on first base.
Roped over the hot corner. That's a tough one for the third baseman to get a glove on. And dribbles into the outfield, base hit.
Danielle Beckwith, she had herself a game yesterday. A homer and 4 runs batted in. She's got 5 RBIs for the tournament. It was a no-doubter to straightaway center field in the win against Butler County yesterday that really blew the game open in the middle innings of that. Called strike on the outside corner to Beckwith. That was her second home run of the season. She's hitting .353, 5 doubles, a triple, and 20 RBIs. A 1 pops outside, and we go to 1-1. Sam Gormley and Zach Newton with you here on the call from the 3rd Region Softball Championship. It has been an absolute pleasure to be with you for all. This is now game number 7, and we've had probably more fun than we should, Zach, on doing this. So 1-1 is outside. We
have had a good time. The games have been entertaining. Obviously the first 2 quarterfinals, were mercy rule games, maybe not as fun. But the third game and the nightcap were a blast. Both semifinals very entertaining, and this one shaping up to be a very interesting game.
The 2-1 is up the middle. Caught! No, it's off the glove of Hamilton. Stepping on second, though, is the shortstop, Ducate. That ends the inning. But Daviess County strikes first on the home run by Annie Newman. We're through 2 full. It's 1-0. Daviess County on top. This is the 3rd Region Softball Tournament, only on K105. Owensboro Catholic finds themselves at a deficit, Zach, and not only that, but it's their first deficit of the tournament. How do you react to this? And it'll be the 7-8-9 Lily Grant will lead off for the Lady Aces, the center fielder. Grant's dropped in the order a little bit. She was a little higher. She's 2 for 7 with a run scored in the tournament, 268 average with a homer, 4 doubles, 3 triples, and 11 RBIs so far this season. Both of these teams have high expectations to potentially move to Lexington next week. We'll talk about that as the broadcast goes along.
Well, Sam, you don't have to get it back. You're only down 1 run. You don't have to get it back with 1 swing. Catholic has excelled most of this tournament playing small ball. That's what they need to stick to.
Outside, and the count goes to 3-0, and I'm usually a pro green light. I don't know that I green light in this situation, Zach.
Well, you need, again, they've got to play small ball. You need base runners. If you can get a 4-pitch walk, you get a 4-pitch walk.
That's a 3-0 Leo on the called strike. As I always say, that strike zone expands just a little bit on 3-0. Every umpire in the game will call it that way. 3-1 is a swing and a miss, and the count will go full to Lily Grant, Dyersburg State signee, which is a JUCO here in northwestern Tennessee. Misses high, and there's a leadoff walk to Lily Grant. There you go. It's your first base runner for Owensboro Catholic. What can you do? So it'll be Macy Merritt, the catcher, to step in. Merritt, 203 average, 2 doubles, 9 RBIs. Merritt has kind of been the epitome of your defensive catcher. She's done an unbelievable job behind the dish. Bat hasn't necessarily been there so far, but what better time to do it than right now?
Well, again, you don't need to knock one out of here.
She shows bunt, pulls back. That's ball 1. And Zach, I am not a proponent of the bunt typically. I'm okay with it there.
Well, again, you're trying to move the runner around. You're probably not going to do it in one swing of the bat. So if you bunt her over with no outs, it's not a bad.
She pulls back again. Roby, again, we touched on it there a little bit. I mean, it's not like she's completely wild pitching, but it's not been as crisp as we've seen the past couple of games. In the first inning, all 7 of the pitches she threw were strikes. Only 62% in the second inning, only 25% in this inning. Fouled off, hits off the mask, I believe, of the home plate umpire, Randy Chapman, and appears that he's okay. And I think catcher Callie Smith asked him, and I think I heard him say, yep, I'm good.
Well, we've seen it all tournament long. Roby has used velocity and then placement, moving eye levels around, getting batters to chase. That's kind of her MO. So if she's not throwing them right down the tube, it's not the end of the world. There's a bunt.
A little blooper right in front. Daniels will tag her. That will advance the runner into scoring position, though, with 1 down here in the 3rd inning. Does the job. As Daniels did probably the smart play and just tagging her out. Abby Ducate, the right fielder. She's had a great tournament. 3 for 6 with an RBI, 2 runs scored, 259 average, 3 doubles, a triple, and 12 runs batted in this year. And if you're wearing green, there's no better time to have RBI number 13, but it's not going to happen here. A high pop-up in the infield. Jesse Daniels has it grabbed, and that's out number 2.
Brings in the pop-up, checks the runner over on second, goes back to the pitcher. Now we're back to the top of the Aces order with
This
Brooke
is exactly what you want with Brooke Hamilton stepping into the box. Hamilton popped down to the second baseman, Beckwith, in her first at-bat. But 5 homers, 17 runs batted in. In that game against Meade County on Sunday where she threw the perfect game, she hugged one down the left field line, sneaking it inside the foul pole for the home run. Roby might have been the hardest pitch she's thrown all day, a called strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, Roby again. The velocity has been problematic.
I would love to know how many times these two have gone up against one another. Ball outside. That's one. I mean, the KHSAA website is phenomenal on the amount of stats. It's better than almost any other state website anywhere. But I would love to know like stats like that, and that's more of just me being the stats nerd. 1-1. It's fouled off behind the dish, but then that would also make more for our coaching staff to do.
Well, it's baseball and softball by extension are games for stat nerds. So, I mean, obviously the more nuanced stats, the more data there is to mine, and the more we can geek out about that kind of stuff.
And I've toned down the stats in this tournament because usually I'll go into OPS and all of that. It just pops outside and it goes 2 and 2.
Who has the time?
It's not more of that. It's more of just, I guess, yeah, maybe that is it. OPS gets a little confusing sometimes. As it goes to break even. 2 down in the inning. Huge pitch coming. Outside, and the count will go full. Bailey Hamilton stands on deck. Grant stands on second. 1-0, Daviess County leads after the home run by Annie Newman in the bottom half of inning number 2.
I'm getting ready.
3-2. Fouled off, and one more time we're going to do it. This is a war happening in this at-bat between Bailey Hamilton, a senior, and Rayleigh Roby, a senior. Roby in the circle will be pitching next year at Murray State, a really solid softball school down in Murray, Kentucky. 3-2. High fly ball hit back into deep center field. Payne at the wall has it. But no, she gets it! It pops out of the crowd. The second base is Brooke Hamilton. And it's a not-a-hit, but 1-1.
Wow, Sam, that is a huge mistake in center field. And suddenly we've got a tie game. We've also got a courtesy runner coming in.
As the courtesy runner running down at second base is going to be Ashton Tigner. Tigner, 263 average with a double and 3 runs batted in. That is a huge play early on in this game. And now Bailey Hamilton, the first baseman, has the opportunity to potentially give the Lady Aces the lead. There's a cold strike at the knees.
Nice frame job by the catcher there to bring that one back in. She's setting up on the outside corner of the plate. She actually shifted almost, her right knee is lined up, and she shifts over again.
Ball misses low, and we go to 1-1 here with 2 down in the top of the 3rd inning. Owensboro Catholic just tied the game on the 2-base error off the glove of Payne. Pops outside.
I thought Hamilton had hit her second homer of the tournament. It got up there and died.
It did, and it looked like Payne was going to have it red out in center field, and it just popped off the glove. 2-1, misses outside again, and it's 3-1. Tigner stands on deck. She's had a great tournament.
We talked about, Brooke Hamilton looking human when she gave up 1 run yesterday. This is the most human Rayleigh Roby's looked this tournament.
3-1 is low. Callie Smith behind the dish, tried to frame it a couple extra seconds. That's not going to work. Addison Tigner in her first plate appearance. She popped down into right field. And this is a huge at-bat early on in this game. Owensboro Catholic trying to find themselves with a lead against Daviess County. Outside, and again, Roby just struggling to find the strike zone. Part of it could be strategy, but she's now at 57% of her pitches have only gone for strike, 42% in this inning.
Well, you got to wonder, too, if maybe, she's used to getting these batters to bite, as that is fouled off the dugout.
And Owensboro Catholic has the advantage. They've seen her. I mean, Rayleigh Roby, last night against Butler County, they hadn't seen her in a year. Breckenridge County had never seen her. That's an advantage for a pitcher, and it takes a couple of innings. And by the time Butler County figured her out, it was too late. 1-1 is a high fly ball. Center field coming in is Payne, and she has it. First, I thought she might have misplayed it again, but she's able to recover and run it down. But Owensboro Catholic ties the game up at 1 off of the 2-base error. We head to the bottom of 3. It's 1-1 between the Lady Panthers and the Lady Aces. This is the 3rd Region Softball Tournament on K105. Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Grayson County High School. It's Owensboro Catholic 1 and Daviess County 1. Michaela Rowan will lead off for the Lady Panthers, getting her first plate appearance of this ball game. Rowan, the seniors, 0 for 4 in the tournament. No better time to pick up hit number 1 of the tournament than right now on the first pitch right down Broadway for a called strike against Brooke Hamilton. Daviess County took the 1-0 lead on the home run by Annie Newman. That lead lasted just a couple of outs as the big error in center field tied us up at 1. Ball misses low.
That one in the dirt from Hamilton. Maybe trying to get Rowan to chase.
Hamilton is not afraid to work the count. We've seen that pretty much all tournament. She's gone full a lot, and she's been clutch at finishing those plate appearances. Fouled off behind the plate.
Howdy.
Hamilton in this tournament, we touched on it, 14 innings pitched with a 1 run allowed, that 25 strikeouts in 14. That was 15 strikeouts of Edmonson County. She tried 21 batters, 15 of them, and that included 2 making, 2 or 3 putouts in the field.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I think she went 30 straight batters across the first 2 games of the tournament.
Popped up on the infield. Tigner has it. It's out number 1 of this inning.
Well, part of throwing any perfect game. I mean, obviously Hamilton was spectacular against Meade County, but she's had a really good defensive unit backing her up. They have been very solid, and you won't throw a perfect game without people behind you making plays.
No, and I'm sure that was one of the first things that Brooke Hamilton said after the game is, to media or whomever she might have talked to, is couldn't have done it without the teammates. Sadie Morris back to the top of the order for Daviess County. The third baseman struck out looking in plate appearance number 1. A little chin music high and inside for Brooke Hamilton. Going in on Sadie Morris, 2 for 7 with 2 doubles and 3 runs scored entering this game in the tournament. Has that average above 400.
Little high, how are you, cheese there.
1-0. Called strike.
That had some break action on it. Rolled over in on the batter. Really nice pitch there by Hamilton.
Daviess County fans, I mean, it's a good crowd really on both sides. This is Owensboro Catholic's biggest crowd that they've brought so far in the tournament as well. And that, we've got like the berm almost that we can call it. It's up on the track out in right center field. This pitch goes low, and the count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah. There's not much room to sit up there, Zach.
No,
out in right center field. I'm not sure if our camera's picking that up right now or not.
They have covered the track out there in center field, and they're pretty much split on the Kentucky Farm Bureau side.
It is honestly hilarious that it's like we've got truly 2 factions. The Daviess County fans and Owensboro Catholic, they're not intermingling at all.
No.
You can tell this is a rivalry, and we'll try to see if we can't bring you a camera that can show you that the split in the faction out there in right field. 3-1. And it hit. Did it hit off the end of the bat? It did.
Yeah, off the
knob.
The knob of the bat.
That's what I call a bad luck foul ball. It's like the one where you see it hits where it's on your shoulder and it comes around the back and hits the barrel. 3-2 pitch with 1 down here in the bottom of 3. Brooke Hamilton versus Sadie Morris, the leadoff hitter for Daviess County. Inside it misses, and Morris works a walk. Kaylee Payne, the center fielder. And Zach, I say this a lot, it's almost like it's a baseball rule or a softball rule that if you make an unbelievable defensive play, you're hitting in the next inning. Or if you do the opposite and make a play that you usually make, you're hitting in the next inning. Guess what? Kaylee Payne now gets the chance to make up for the error she made in the field that allowed the Owensboro Catholic Lady Aces to tie the game up. How does she respond to that right now?
Well, it's definitely an interesting question.
She shows bunt and lays it down, and it is foul.
Fouls off the first attempt. She uses, we've talked about it in the first couple games, she uses that run-up style. I can't imagine, like, it's already hard to hit anyway, just because, the way the whole concept works. I can't imagine it gets any easier when you are moving towards the ball with this kind of slap bunt approach.
Ball out, steal attempt, and in there safely is Morris. She beats the tag. Good throw, good tag, good steal. And everything couldn't have been better, and it's beaten out there by Morris down at second base.
Yeah, it was impressive.
John Biggs, the head coach since 2009, comes in, delivers the call to Kaylee Payne, presumably maybe taking the bunt off and allowing her to swing away. Or maybe they'll try to bunt Morris to third base with their best hitter standing in the on-deck circle. She shows bunt again, puts it right down to Stewart at third, throwing on. Tigner will back it up, and there's 2 down in the inning, but Jessie Daniels is coming up.
Well, you would love to see. I believe Daniels struck out her first at bat.
She did on the pitch high. She chased one. Daniels now in the tournament 1 for 8 with an RBI.
Well, if you're Hamilton, you'd love to see her chase one or pop. You're going to pitch probably to the pop-up, I would think, because if she gets a hold of a ground ball, it's going to be a worm burner. It might be tough for the infield.
Luckily with 2 down, though, it's a good opportunity, a ground ball. Just got to go to first. First pitch is a called strike there to Jessie Daniels. Standing in the on-deck circle is Annie Newman, who did hit the home run to give Daviess County at the moment the 1-0 advantage, which was in that second inning. Newman in waiting. Daniels outside.
Nice attempt to frame that one by the catcher. Just a bit outside.
It was definitely outside into that opposing batter's box. So we have 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of 3, 2 down, 1-1 here in the third region championship. Winner goes to Lexington to play at the University of Kentucky next week. Daniels fouls it off into the glove. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooke Hamilton in the circle going up against Jesse Daniels. The best pitcher on Owensboro Catholic going up against the best here for Daviess County with a go-ahead run standing 60 feet away in Morris. The 1-2. Daniels, fly ball ripped into right center field. It's going to drop and go to the wall. Grant picks it up, fires in. We're going to have a bang-bang play at second. The throw the tag. She is out. Daniels trying to stretch 1 into 2. Doesn't work, but Daviess County takes the 2-1 lead as we are through 3 full. This is the Owensboro Health 3rd Region Softball Tournaments on K105. Ruth Jones leads off for Owensboro Catholic. They had tied the game up at 1, but Daviess County answered on the hit by Jesse Daniels. But a great defensive play by the Lady Aces to stretch Daniels and have her out at second base. Rayleigh Roby, the starting pitcher, going up against Jones, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Jones 0 for 1, popped out to the shortstop Newman. That was the play that went back and almost was going to land in between Newman and the left fielder Rowan. The 1-0 is popped behind the dish. Moving us here to 1-1. Sam Gormley and Zach Newton with you on the call here from Grayson County High School. It is the 3rd Region Softball Tournament between the Lady Aces of Owensboro Catholic and the Lady Panthers of Daviess County. Jones pops it right side, long run for Hamilton, not going to get there, it's going to bounce in front. And the leadoff runner reaches base for the Lady Aces here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, just a little blooper into no man's land over there, tough for anybody to get to. And, you know, that's a runner on. We talked about it last inning, move them around, drive them in.
Hannah Tigner, the DP, struck out looking in her first plate appearance of the game. She's now 2 for 5 in the tournament. She swings and misses at the first pitch. As it is no balls and 1 strike here to Tigner going up against Rayleigh Roby. Popped up in the infield. Coming up and making the catch in foul territory is the catcher Smith for out number 1. Taranda Stewart, the 3rd baseman, comes in. Stewart struck out against Roby in the game already. Roby only has 2 strikeouts. Hamilton has 3 through the first couple of innings of this game. The 0-1, or the first pitch rather, is a ball inside to Stewart. Stewart also a talented volleyball player for that Owensboro Catholic Lady Aces volleyball team. About 170 kills for them. Swing and a miss to Stewart.
Yeah, Roby looking a little more like herself this at bat, kind of moving the placements around. That one inside on the hands, uncomfortable.
She's no longer trying to dot around as much as she has been in the game so far. Popped up, out of play.
Well, for my money, at least in what, granted, small sample size here, Sam, what I've seen of Roby, the biggest thing she has is she's just able to power past people. And when you get Division I recruits in just about any sport, that you see that. So I think you've got to dance with the one that brung you, and I'd like to see her go back to just hard throwing.
1-2, right back up the middle, over top of the umpire in center field, and runners on first and second with one down here in the top of the fourth inning.
The risk in throwing hard, if you make a mistake with a pitch or you leave something in a place where the batter can work, what you find is that balls come off the bat a lot harder. You're providing the power for the hitter.
Lily Grant walked in her first plate appearance, the center fielder who made a really nice play on the throw in her previous plate appearance, throwing out in the previous inning, throwing out the runner as the pitch goes low for ball number 1. As threw out the runner, Daniels, who is trying to stretch 1 into 2. Ball inside, makes the count go to 2 balls and no strikes. Runner Jones stands on second, Stewart on first. It is a 2-1 Daviess County lead here in the 3rd Region Softball Championship. Called strike in the inside corner. Winner will play the winner of the 13th Region Tournament next Friday, June the 2nd at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at John Kropp Stadium there on the campus of University of Kentucky. Fly ball left field, looking up. That ball's gone! Home run by Lily Grant! And Owensboro Catholic takes a 4-2 advantage. Touch them all, Owensboro Catholic. And just like that, Zach Newton, it is a different ballgame. And
Sam, we're living in the upside down.
Daviess County has only lost 4 games all season, twice to McCracken County, once to South Warren, once to Cooper. That's all they've lost to the entire season. They've not found themselves in many deficits, especially not only that, but a 4-2 deficit.
Well, this is where you're going to see what Rayleigh Roby's made of.
The biggest hit of the tournament so far came off the bat of the Dyersburg State signee, Lily Grant, her 2nd home run of the season.
Roped one down the third baseline.
Owensboro Catholic has not won a region title since 2017. You had Apollo in 18, 19, 21, 22 have all been Daviess County.
Still some work to be done before we crown a region champion here, though.
Swing and a miss. The pitch outside. Macy Merritt had a sacrifice bunt in her first plate appearance. You can see, and it'll be very interesting, Zach. This is always when you're going up against a really good team and they find themselves on the ropes. How do they react? Because, how many times has Daviess County been in situations like that? It is going to be very interesting to watch, especially in a game that means everything. Called strike on the outside corner, making the count go full.
Well, we saw the other night Butler County got a little bit, had a good inning, got a lead.
3-2 pitch coming is outside for ball 4. Macy Merritt works a walk, and Abby Ducate, the right fielder, comes in.
They got loose and got 2 loose. If you're Owensboro Catholic, can't take your eye off the prize here. You've got to keep your foot on the gas. The bat to the proverbial throat. You've got a 2-run lead. Little insurance goes a long way, and then you've got to keep leaning on Brooke Hamilton and this really stellar Aces defense.
Kira Edwards will be the courtesy runner down at first base. Kira Edwards had the pinch hit single in yesterday's game. Coming off the bench, swinging the bat. Now they're going to try and see what her wheels can maybe do. Ducate 0 for 1. Popped out to the first baseman. She shows bunt, lays it down in front. Morris comes in. Low throw, gets away from Daniels. She can't pick it. Owensboro Catholic now has runners on first and second with only 1 out.
Well, the 3-run home run has definitely left some lingering flavor in the mouth, and this is something we haven't seen all tournament long. John Biggs will come out to talk to his pitcher.
I was just going to make the point and say I think it's time for a little bit of a mound visit, and right on cue, John Biggs comes out, and Zach, I'd imagine this conversation is just, hey, we're cool, right?
Well, if you're Daviess County, the way you hit the ball, you know, you've got to feel like you're still well within, you know, punching distance here. It's with the battery that they have on offense, you can get 2 runs back easy. You've just got to hunker down and get out of this inning. And now with runners on first and second, 1 out, and probably Catholic's most consistent hitter throughout the tournament at the plate, you got to get out of the jam.
Brooke Hamilton reached on that error in her last play appearance that plated a run on the long fly ball to center field that on maybe the right day would have left the ballpark here at Grayson County High School, especially on some of the days where the wind is blowing out like it will sometimes here. Ball pops outside, and again, Rayleigh Roby, 71 pitches today, only 41 of them for a strike. That's 58%. She's been much more efficient typically. I mean, you look, it was 69 strikes out of the 107 pitches she had the other day. So, that's about 70%, give or take.
Well, she's going to eclipse that pitch count total tonight. I mean, here we are in the top half of the 4th, and she's already at 71. You're looking at 120 pace, give or take.
I think you got a green light, Brooke Hamilton, here on 3-0.
Oh, yeah.
She does. Skies it into shallow center field, popping out as Newman to grab it. And that is out number 2. I still like the call to give her the green light. She's your best hitter. You know you're getting a fastball probably right down the middle. Let's do it.
Well, she got good contact on it, just underneath it a little bit. Not able to really get any power behind it.
Bailey Hamilton comes in. She walked in her last play appearance and is also grounded out to the shortstop, Newman. So she's 0 for 1 in the game, going up against Rayleigh Roby. Outside. Owensboro Catholic has taken the 4-2 lead on the 3-run jack by Grant. That landed, and it was a no-doubter into left field, landing up near the concession stand. High sky ball, that's going to be foul.
Yikes.
And the Owensboro Catholic fans all disperse. See Gage Johnson give him a shout-out from the Owensboro Times. He's standing over there, and he just had to walk out of the way. He's got the camera, the DSLR. He want to make sure that's not getting hit. 1-1. Misses low. And the count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's the guy over here with the camera.
It is.
Kind of looks like Alan Tudyk.
I don't know who that is.
He plays the Squire in A Knight's Tale. He's also the voice of the chicken in Moana.
Haven't seen it. Here comes the 2-1. High fly ball into shallow center field. Going back is Beckworth. And that is the inning. But Owensboro Catholic takes the 4-2 advantage after the 3-run home run by Lily Grant. 3 runs on 3 hits and an error. We head to the bottom of 4. It's 4-2 Catholic. This is the 3rd Region Softball Tournament on K105. Daviess County finds themselves with their first deficit of the tournament. How do they react? Well, it's a good thing when you're trying to react when you have Annie Newman, who in her last at-bat hit a bomb into right center field. That's exactly what you want. We'll see here going up against Brooke Hamilton, who's now pitching with a lead, something she has done miraculously in this tournament so far, as it's 4-2 here in this 4th inning of play. Hamilton delivering the first one to the freshman. That's a cold strike.
There it is, painting the corners.
Looking like Bob Ross out there.
There's no mistakes, Sam. Just happy little accidents. To Newman's credit.
Now, I will say, as a pitcher, there are mistakes.
Stop it. There's no mistakes. There's just ones you'd like to have back.
The 0-1 misses low. There are players on both of these teams, as we've seen, that will hit mistakes a long way.
Yes. Annie Newman has been one of them. Yeah, to her credit, we've seen both Roby and Hamilton work the outside corner. Newman did a really good job of hitting that ball where it was pitched, going to opposite field, just a line drive over the tall walls here at Cougar Field.
The 1-1 is a swing and a miss. Tries to elevate it, and I like that there. If Brooke Hamilton could get Newman to swing at pitches like that, she is going to have a lot of success, because if Newman hits that, it's probably going to go straight into the ground, or it's going to be an easy play somewhere.
Newman swung over the top of it, so she had it. It would have absolutely gone straight down. Really nice pitch.
Foul.
Nice snag on the hot corner.
Taranda Stewart down there at third. John Biggs coaching. Visor, are you a fan rocking the visor down there at third?
Only in softball can you get away with visors.
Here comes the 1-2. High ground ball to Duquette at short on the low hop. The throw, the pick, not there in time. Beating it out is Annie Newman. A bang bang play.
Well, if we get to the end of this game and Daviess is able to complete the comeback, we're probably gonna have to talk to Annie Newman about it. She's made some big plays, even besides the home run.
0 for 1 is Callie Smith in the game, the catcher, as it's a 4-2 Owensboro Catholic lead against Daviess County. Popped off, and there's Daviess County player standing over there. I'm not sure if she's trying to stretch and loosen up, but she just all of a sudden looked up and the ball was skirting over the top of the dugout at her.
Well, they've got that hitting net over there that they've been using.
I think they're warming up a pitcher. It might even be Sophia Kane, who is the freshman who came in against Breckenridge County. Maybe John Biggs looking to go to the bullpen. 0-1. Outside it pops, and the count will go to 1-1. I can't get a number on her. We'll try if we can't. It is somebody warming up, but I believe, if my memory is right, that is a number 25, who is Briley Henry, but that is not Briley Henry. So I know that they said that some of the numbers are different with the new jerseys that they're wearing here tonight in the red. 1-1 is high, and the count goes to 2-1.
Hamilton continuing to just really control the flow of this game. She's done a good job getting out of jams so far. Has dealt with, a really well hit ball by Jessie Daniels in the home run, but other than that, done a very good job limiting the damage from Daviess County.
Popped off again, out of play, and right in that same spot. So whoever it is for Daviess County has to go and chase it. So we got a break-even pitch coming. With the runner Newman standing on first base, Daviess County with their first deficit of the tournament. Jeremy Phelps, the head coach for Owensboro Catholic, delivers the call to his senior in the circle. The break even, high.
I like trying to get her to look up, maybe get on top of one. I don't know how often you see them turn two in softball, but that's kind of a pitch to get a double play ball.
It's not one that you see very often, especially when you got to go 4-6-3 or 6-4-3 or something along the lines of that. 3-2, high fly ball hit back into deep left field. Jones looking up, and she can't make the play. It's off her glove.
Stays in the yard.
The runners will stay at first and second. Nobody out in the inning, but the Lady Panthers are threatening.
Well,
that's a tough play for Ruth Jones going back against the wall.
The pucker factor on that one was high.
We do have a courtesy runner coming into the game as well. It'll be Bennett, Shelby Bennett, the freshman. She scored 2 runs on the season for the Lady Panthers, and Jeremy Phelps is going to come in and talk with his infield along with his starting pitcher, and immediately Daviess County picks up, and they're going to start with the Jeopardy theme song.
It is sassy. That is just a sassy thing to do.
maybe we could cut to one of the cameras here that shows to the crowd, at least for Daviess County, that has piled in here and showing the Daviess County crowd that is done. I mean, they have brought a big house as well. They should be very proud with the amount of people that they've brought here today.
Yeah, really good turnout from Daviess.
And Owensboro Catholic has brought the most people today, more than they brought all week long.
Yeah, really nice crowd. You know, they brought, I think, every portable bleacher at Grayson County High School is down here around Cougar Field, and most of them have human hindquarters planted on about every inch of aluminum.
Cadence Hamilton, the hitter, 0 for 1 in the game, struck out against Brooke Hamilton, but a huge plate appearance with nobody else here in this 4th inning. Pitch is high, pops off the glove of the catcher Merritt. Both runners will advance. And this is a dangerous moment for the Lady Aces.
Well, you got to get 2 runs back, Sam. They're both in scoring position. A base hit here from Hamilton, a well-hit ball into the outfield, and you have erased the deficit. We start over.
Hamilton is 4 for 6 in the tournament with a pair of runs batted in. High again goes Hamilton. Merritt this time is able to jump up and grab it. You're hearing a lot coming from that Daviess County dugout. They are loud, trying to cheer on their teammate Hamilton, who's in the box. Hamilton looks in, now delivers the 2-0. It is a called strike at the knees. And the Daviess County faithful, not a fan of that call. The Owensboro Catholic faithful, they loved it. Every pitch means something here in inning number 4.
Well, we're in the downhill.
Missing high again, and it is a 3-1 pitch. The epitome of a hitter's count here for Cadence Hamilton. Annie Newman stands at third base. Shelby Bennett, the courtesy runner, stands on second. Cadence Hamilton, the hitter. Brooke Hamilton, the pitcher. 4-2. Catholic has the lead against Daviess County in the 3rd region championship game here at Grayson County High School. Hamilton spins the ball in her right hand and wants to go through the signs again. And because of that, Cadence Hamilton wants to step out of the box and take a couple of warm-up swings. Here comes the 3-1. Popped off, and the count will go full. Every pitch, you can tell, Zach, just means a little more.
Yeah, as the pitch counts climb higher, the arms start to get a little tired. The batters get more used to what the pitchers are doing. The pressure starts to mount just a little by little on these 2 pitchers, Hamilton and Roby.
3-2 pitch coming, nobody out in the 4th. Swing and a miss, big strikeouts of Cadence Hamilton. And Caitlin Hill will come to the box here. A line drive to left field in her first plate appearance.
Onions?
It's a huge strikeout. I don't know that you got to get out of this inning before we can start dropping that.
Well, the best way to get out of this inning is to start sitting batters down before they make contact with the ball. So Hamilton 1/3 of the way there with 2 in scoring position.
Hill has had a great tournament as well. And this is high. Hill, one of the shorter players on the team. We touched on it during her last plate appearance, seeing nearly 6 pitches per at bat. She uses the smaller strike zone via facts of her being shorter in stature and uses it great and uses it to her advantage.
Hamilton looks to the dugout for the sign.
Here comes the 1-0. Popped off and nearing a cow pasture shot. I don't know that it quite got there as it got off to the right side.
You get a half-hearted one for that.
As again, since we haven't really mentioned it today, there is a cow pasture that bounces up to the right field line. And we just like to keep track when the balls go in there because there's really no getting them back until later. There's a little fence back here that someone is the unlucky one that has to go get it. 1-1 ripped into left field, but foul.
Heads up.
Crushed by Caitlin Hill.
Yeah, she
and immediately the Lady Cougars softball players that are here, whoever's on foul ball duty, it was a foot race to go and grab it down that left field side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caitlin Hill, 1 for 1 in the game. Newman at third, Bennett at second. Brooklyn Hamilton's 70th pitch of the ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. None bigger than this one. Swing and a miss!
Pulls the rope with the changeup. Can I get one? Can I get one? Yoink!
Danielle Beckwith, the second baseman, comes in. Beckwith 0 for 1 in the game. Reached on a fielder's choice in her first plate appearance, but Beckwith last night, we take you back to that homer into straightaway center field. One of the biggest hits of the tournament up until probably the one that Lily Grant just had a moment ago. Called strike on the outside corner. We hadn't had many home runs, but they've been flying over these last 2 days. We only had one on day one when it was arguably maybe a warmer day.
Well, we only had, what, one yesterday?
Ball bounces low. I believe that is right. Maybe just one yesterday. We had a couple near home runs, though. Not that that means anything, because close, only good in horseshoes.
Well, the other thing, too.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up because I know that bugs you, and because I'm a nice guy. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 down.
Wait, if you know it bugs me, it would
Hamilton
be... Okay.
has retired the last 2. And she's 1 strike away from getting out of a massive jam. Newman led off the inning. Got all the way to third base. Bennett is on second as the courtesy runner for the catcher Smith. Hamilton walks to the outer edge of the circle, comes back to the rubber, and comes with big pitch. High fly ball left center field. Jones is going back. She has it called. She has it grabbed. Brooke Hamilton gets out of the big jam, and we're through the 4th inning. It is Owensboro Catholic 4, Daviess County 2. This is the Owensboro Health 3rd Region Softball Tournaments on K105.
Onions.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. Addison Tigner will lead off the top of the 5th inning. And the first pitch is ripped into left field. Going back is Rowan, and she makes the catch against the wall. Great play by Rowan to take away a hit from Addison Tigner here to lead off the 5th inning. That's as good as you're going to get from Rowan out in left field. Ruth Jones, the left fielder. She singled to left and popped out to the shortstop in her 2 plate appearance. Owensboro Catholic has the 4-2 lead. Brooke Hamilton had the massive end to that last inning. And first pitch is high for ball number 1 to Jones. Rayleigh Roby, the starting pitcher for Daviess County, has not been quite as crisp as she has been the previous 2 games, but she's also going up against the best team that she's faced. A bunt down the first base line. Daniels has it, and she'll just say, "Hello, Ruth Jones, I'm just going to tag you out." And that's out number 2. That works the same. 3 unassisted. Hannah Tigner, the DP. She's popped out in foul territory and struck out looking here in this game. Catholic has the 4-2 lead after the 3-run home run in the 4th inning off the bat of Lily Grant. And a swing and a miss. The first pitch there from Rayleigh Roby to Hannah Tigner. A great game already today. High, it misses. The Catholic fans on edge, sitting to our right. Swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball and 2 strike. Rayleigh Roby, she's feeling it in this inning. Pounding the zone. Here comes the 1-2. Inside it misses, and the count goes even.
Good take right there.
Yeah, you're not going to do anything with that pitch. If anything, it's a ground ball in the infield, and that's not what you want.
Hope it's a ball. It's really what you're doing as the hitter.
Break even, swing, and a miss. Rayleigh Roby, it only takes her 8 pitches to get through the top half of the 5th inning. We head to the bottom of 5. Will the Lady Panthers bring it closer? It's 4-2. This is the Owensboro Health 3rd Region Softball Tournament on K105. Michaela Rowan leads off the bottom of the 5th inning, and again, when you make a good defensive play in the field, it's like the unwritten rule that you're then coming up to hit here to start this inning. Rowan popped out to the second baseman in her first plate appearance of the game. Brooke Hamilton has been good today against a really solid Daviess County team, but I think her best pitching, Zach, was in that last inning when you had runners on second and third with nobody out. Strikeout, strikeout, fly out.
Yeah, she's really, really impressive last inning. As when you get 2 straight strikeouts, everything, the menu gets a lot wider. Really impressive job by her to respond to that adversity.
Popped up, right side, and looks like we might have had a cow pasture shot there to the right side, and that'll make the count go to 1 ball and 1 strike against Michaela Rowan. I don't think that's really necessary.
That's not what you said yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I not have fun, please?
We are having fun here.
Why can't I move? You make
1
a cow
ball,
pasture
1
joke.
strike here in the bottom of the 5th inning. I'm not really necessarily making a joke. I'm more just being honest. It's outside. We'll go to 2-1. As there is a cow pasture down
There
that
is
right side.
there is a cow. It's a barbed wire fence too, so I really do feel bad for whoever has to
There is a
shag
gate.
those foul
There
balls.
is
There is a gate.
There is
Okay.
a gate. Yeah, so no one has to chop the barbed wire fence. I do give them credit.
Yeah, get the mat out, throw it over the top.
Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. I know I was here at a game a couple of years ago where one of the little sisters got roped in because she was the only one wearing long pants. So you're like, you're it.
Hey, that reminds us, folks, tick bites are serious business.
Rowan the hitter. Brooke Hamilton the pitcher. Break even. Outside and the count goes full.
You never want to say that a pitcher wastes a pitch there, but I like throwing outside the zone there. You've got a ball to play with. Try to get her to chase. Smart pitch by Hamilton.
Bottom of 5. Catholic has the 2-run lead in this game. Swing and a miss. Brooke Hamilton gets the strikeout on her 80th pitch of the game. Strikeout number 6 for the senior pitcher in the circle. Lineup flips back over for Sadie Morris. Morris 0 for 1 in the game. Walked in her last plate appearance and is struck out looking.
Yeah, Hamilton continues to impress with pressure on.
Called strike on that outside corner from Sadie Morris. Morris, the 3rd baseman for this team. She's only a sophomore and has been tasked with the leadoff position for one of the top teams in the entire state. 7 home runs. She does have pop from that leadoff position. Hamilton tries to go back to the same spot, but misses this time.
Yeah, she's able to backdoor that. I guess it's thrown the way you would throw a slider in baseball in terms of how you use the pitch. I think it's technically a screwball in softball. but breaking back inside on the batter.
Ball misses low.
And when she can backdoor that pitch in like she did on the first pitch of the at-bat, that's really hard to get really good contact on.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Daviess County with a deficit here in this 3rd region championship. Coming with a 2-1. Bloops, left field base hit over top of Stewart and Ducate, and there's a runner on first base with 1 down here in the bottom of 5.
Softly hit off the hands. Good scoop job at second base by Tigner. That ball could have gotten loose and been problematic.
Kaylee Payne sacrificed in her last plate appearance and is grounded out. It'll be interesting to see if they go with a sacrifice to get the second out, move the runner to scoring position when arguably your best bat, who has had a quiet tournament, Jesse Daniels, stands in the on-deck circle. Are you sacrificing?
No, I am trying to put another runner on base. You're starting to run out of batters.
No bunt is shown, and it's bloop left side again. Jones this time is able to catch up to it. And that's out number 2 on the pop fly into left field, and now it'll be Jesse Daniels. Daniels had the line drive single off the wall in center field in her last plate appearance, and then was called out at second base trying to stretch 1 into 2 after Grant had a great throw in. Grant's been the player of the game so far with that put out, and then also has the 3-run home run that has given the Lady Aces the lead. High and outside.
Oh, that one was coming into my living room.
Daniels, without question, has the ability to tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat.
Oh, yeah.
And because of that, Jeremy Phelps is going to come out. And I like this visit here in the circle because this pitch means, this batter is arguably maybe the most important in the game, because if you do this right, you never know if Daniels could hit again.
Yeah, if you can get around her here, you get the 4, 5, 6 hitters, and then 7, 8, 9, and the only batters that I would say have really struggled, because even when Daniels hasn't, she hasn't gotten on base a ton, but as you said, loud outs. She's made a difference.
She's crushed. She is hit some to the stars.
The 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Daviess County have struggled a little bit. So if they're the last 3 batters you face on paper, that's where you want to be, but you got to get them out because you don't want to roll over to the top of this lineup with the game on the line.
1 ball, no strikes is the count here in this 5th inning. Brooke Hamilton against Jesse Daniels. The story writes itself. Senior on senior. Rival against rival. Region championship, only one of these teams is headed to Lexington. 1-0 is outside. We go to 2 balls and no strikes. Owensboro Catholic has not won the region title since 2017. Daviess County has dominated the region 3 straight, 4 of their last 6.
Hamilton needs to get 1 back here.
Swing and a miss gets Daniels to chase. And I was even curious if, and you're in this tough position because you don't really want to give Daniels the Barry Bonds treatment because, Newman stands on deck and then Callie Smith in the hole.
Bringing up Annie Newman with 2 runners on base is not really a lot better.
No. So I think you got to go at her. 2-1 is outside, but it doesn't really look like, it's almost like the intentional walk here because I think Daniels swung at a pitch that was a ball.
It was close. It'll be interesting. You'll be able to tell where this pitch is if that was what the conference on the mound was about, or on the circle was about.
Daniels flies it right side. Duque comes. It's a long run. She can't get there, and it's foul ball. She had a long way to go and would have had a play on it, but that's a heck of a play, and also right into the fence.
Say run out of field over there.
Yeah. It ended up dropping, but if she would have wanted to dive, she'd have gotten a face full of fence.
Pass.
And
it's a hard pass.
Yeah, and I don't think I want to do that. Full count pitch. Morris should be off and running down at first base. If Daniels can put one into the gap, she should be able to score easily.
And I wonder if now with the count full, if the plan changes.
Daniels swings, fly ball, hit back into deep
that.
center field. Grant looking up.
Wow.
Tie game!
Wow.
Jessie Daniels ties us up, her 18th home run of the season, career home run, number 47, and the Lady Panthers have knotted us up at 4.
Well, there you go. We've talked about it all tournament long, Sam. She finally gets a hold of one. And
That was
nearly,
hit to the track.
Bonita Miller and the folks up there from Kentucky Farm Bureau nearly needed a new sign.
Well, you know what's funny is that our camera that is stationed up there, it landed right over top. I
Yeah.
could see it bounce, and luckily Jessie Daniels didn't take that out because that might have been a little bit of a problem.
Would have been honestly impressive if at that distance she had hit an iPhone.
Brooke Hamilton against Annie Newman now, who is homered and singled. Daviess County has tied us up at 4 here in this 5th inning.
Unbelievable.
I mean, Zach, on Sunday, first 2 games, not too great. The last 2 worth the price of admission. Yesterday, as far as games. This one is on pace to being maybe the best game of the tournament, and that's tough to top after the last 2 games. Newman skies one deep right center field, looking up, goal! Back-to-back home runs for Owensboro Catholic. Annie Newman hits her 2nd of the game, and the Lady Panthers take a 5-4 lead here in the 5th inning.
Unbelievable.
The crowd is on, and the party begins in the dugouts.
Well, Sam, I think the party started on the field.
You can't see the plate because of the party. Daviess County has gone back-to-back bombs by Jessie Daniels and Annie Newman. Newman has now hit 2 homers in the game, and just like that, the region favorite is back on top.
Unbelievable.
Callie Smith, the catcher, she's had a quiet night, grounded out and reached on an error. Ball outside. Zach, we talked about it last night. Uncle Mo.
Yeah.
Momentum, and momentum is 100% wearing red right now.
Uncle Mo's awfully fickle, Sam. I wouldn't start writing checks about his location or shirt color. Still got a lot of softball left.
It is definitely wearing red right now. There's no question about that. It's outside for ball 2 because you can feel it in the dugouts. I mean, the Daviess County dugout is very loud.
They've been loud all game.
They have, but it is taking it to a different level right now in these last couple of minutes. Is in Owensboro Catholic. I mean, you're on the ropes right now. It's only a 1-run game, though. It's the thing you got to keep in mind. Popped off left side. It might be playable. It will drop, though, as Jones, Duquette, and Stewart were all making way, and no chance for any of them to get there.
A lot of real estate to cover there.
It is. There is, I mean, it's a decent amount of foul territory here at Grayson County High School. And luckily it is rather dry because sometimes that can turn into moat-like conditions down that left field line.
Roll an ankle.
Or get stuck.
Ooh.
2-1. Crushed, but foul.
She got in front. If I'm Hamilton here, I think I'd come back with the off speed.
And I believe, we need some softballs?
We need some softballs. Now we got one.
John Biggs is calling into the dugout. Obviously, somebody's job is softball container in that dugout and was not doing it in the Daviess County sideline. And John Biggs was yelling it at somebody saying, where are the balls? Where are the softballs? Here comes the break even to Callie Smith. Daviess County's retaken the 5-4 lead here after 2 home runs in the inning. High it goes, and it is 3 balls and 2 strikes.
She came back off speed. I think she lost the grip on it. Trying to slow it down just a little bit.
This game has been worth the price of admission, and it's only the 5th.
Got to get out here.
The 3-2 pitch is out of play.
Heads up.
And I'm sure Owensboro Catholic, they want nothing more to trot into that dugout right now and just keep this at 5-4 and try to go back in and swing the bats themselves. in that inning, they'll have 6, 7, 8 to lead off the 6th for Catholic. Fouled off again. The war continues as that was pitch number 100 of the game for Brooke Hamilton. Callie Smith, the catcher, going up against Hamilton. You could tell both of these teams want the opportunity to move on to Lexington. Smith again fouls it off and ends up fouling off of one of her teammates who was standing outside of the dugout.
I think that was Rayleigh
Roby. It was Rayleigh Roby. That's the last person you want to be hitting. Your starting pitcher in the circle.
Yeah, Strawberry on that plant leg, not going to be fun to throw through for 2 more innings.
Callie Smith is her catcher. That's you never know what she might be able to draw up there. Maybe in practice next week. Spinning the ball in the hand is Brooke Hamilton. We'll do it again. Fly ball, shallow center field, coming in. No one's going to get there. Tigner and Grant. It drops in between the both of them. And the rally continues here for Daviess County in the bottom of the 5th inning. Immediately, the courtesy runner will come out. It'll be Shelby Bennett. This inning got started with a strikeout of Rowan. And we're going to have a pinch hitter right now for Daviess County. And the pinch hitter is going to be Briley Henry. Henry has pinch hit in the previous 2 games. She had a 2-run double yesterday against Butler County. But going over this inning, it went strikeout, base hit, fly out, home run, base hit. Those 2 home runs both came with 2 outs in the inning. Inside. Henry hitting in place of Cadence Hamilton. And Henry has hit a couple of times, the freshman, and the other players re-enter the game both times.
Kick back right here.
Ball goes inside. Brooke Hamilton might be fatigue, it might be pressure, it might be a mix of everything. Only 53% of her pitches in this inning have gone for a strike. And she's thrown 30 of them.
It's a long inning. She got to get out.
The 2-0 is inside. It goes 3 balls and no strikes. And looking over to our left, Zach, we'll have to get a camera on it at some point, but the man, the myth, the legend is in the building. Mr. Spirit, orange hat and all, for Grayson County.
It's a big hat. It's funny.
There's only one man that can rock that hat, and it's that man that's standing right there.
Burt Reynolds would like a word, but
Called strike on the inside corner.
that reference might be too old for you.
You know who Burt Reynolds is.
Yeah, but the specific reference of the big hat, it's funny. It's Celebrity Jeopardy.
Mr. Spirit rocking it. Grayson County's top fan. Here comes the 3-1 to Henry. Fouls it off the mask of the catcher Merritt. And it also might have hit off the mask of the umpire, Randy Chapman.
It did get a piece of Chapman for sure.
I think it was a doink doink back there.
Doink, doink.
You got to be tough to be a catcher, but you also got to be tough to put on the pads behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. Another 3-2 count coming from Brooke Hamilton. Swing and a miss. That is the inning, but Daviess County scores 3 runs on 4 hits and a pair of dingers. 4 through 5, it's 5-4. Lady Panthers on top in the 3rd Region Championship. Sponsored by Owensboro Health here on K105. take us back.
Number 4, Taranda Stewart.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. 5-4, Daviess County leads. Taranda Stewart will lead off. The Lady Panthers, pair of home runs. Jessie Daniels hits one. Annie Newman hits her second of the game. Zach, this has been a phenomenal softball game. As Taranda Stewart watches the first pitch low for ball 1. It'll be interesting to see here too. Rayleigh Roby, she's been sitting a little bit in that dugout. She doesn't hit. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, you get to think about it a little more. I'm sure she hasn't hit all year.
She is not.
Trouble.
Popped off, and I heard that land behind the press box, and immediately fans go chasing after. Really a great crowd and a great tournament has been put on here. Jason Kincaid, athletic director for Grayson County, all the parents, players for Grayson County have done a phenomenal job in putting this on. Give them a huge shout out for all of the work they've done in this tournament. 1-1 coming to Stewart. Fouls it off behind the plate, and we're ready there, Zach.
Yeah,
Thankful for that net.
Live and in living color.
If I wasn't awake, I am now.
I'm glad they tightened the net up.
They did. It's not always been as tight as this.
Well, I'm thankful. Am thankful.
1-2, misses high, and the count goes even at 2-2.
That's close.
Rayleigh Roby's next pitch will be pitch number 90 of the game. 5-4 is the Daviess County lead. Catholic, though, looking for an answer. Stewart pops it.
She's right there on it.
Stewart had a hit in her last plate appearance. Singled into left field. That was her first hit of the tournament. She played a good third base, though. One of the toughest positions to play on the field. They call it the hot corner for a reason.
It's been hot tonight over there. She's had some balls hit at her. A couple got over her head.
Break even, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Taranda Stewart. And now stepping up, Lily Grant. Well, last time Lily Grant stepped up, she sent one to the concession stand out there in left field. And it may have just landed, Zach, because it was a bomb.
Number 24, Lily.
Maybe went over there and is going to pick up a chicken sandwich at the concession stand.
Would not blame it at all.
She's also walked against Rayleigh Roby. That was a 3-run home run that she hit back in the 4th inning. Called strike on that outside corner. That at the time made it a 4-2 lead.
Did not take long to get 3 runs back.
Swing and a miss.
Well, she's already gone yard 1, so you can tell with that cut she's thinking about it again.
And honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world right now. Ties the game up at 5. Makes it a brand new ball game as we inch closer to the final frame. Missing low and outside. The Daviess County fans saw that was strike 3, but I think that was a little low.
Yeah, that was well framed, but came across low.
And we're lucky that we have just about as good of an angle of anybody on strikes. Outside.
Well outside.
And you watching at home do as well. From either center or behind the dish, you got a good angle at it. The break even coming to Grant. Grant pops it in the infield. Coming in to grab it is Newman, and that is out number 2.
Gets bad on it, but not solid contact.
Now batting for Owensboro
Macy
Catholic,
Merritt
number 22,
sacrificed and walked against Rayleigh Roby today. Roby a little shaky to start, but has really settled in over these last couple of innings. Really ever since giving up the home run. It was like, not that she needed a wake-up call, but it was almost like the wake-up call that she needed.
Well, a little shock to the system, never hurt anybody. She had kind of gotten into autopilot.
Outside, called strike on that outside corner. The winner of this game will face the 13th region champion. There's only 4 teams remaining in their tournament. It'll be Pineville, Corbin, South Laurel, or Lynn Camp. Swing and a miss, that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Daviess County looking for some insurance. This is 5-4 Lady Panthers. This is the Owensboro Health 3rd Region Softball Tournament on K105. 9-1-2.
Well, you get one.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where it is a 5-4 game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sam Gormley and Zach Newton with you here on the call from Grayson County High School. Daviess County looking for some insurance. It'll be Caitlin Hill to lead off, followed by Danielle Beckwith and Michaela Rowan. Bottom of the order's still been strong for the Lady Panthers, as Hill is 1 for 2. Of course, Beckwith had the 4 RBI day yesterday. Brooke Hamilton in the circle. Gave up a couple of home runs in the last inning. I'm sure the biggest thing that Brooke Hamilton needs to do, there's a couple of things. Obviously, keep it at 5-4, but I think you really want to go 1-2-3 in this inning. You do not want to flip back to the top of the order and face Daviess County again.
Yeah, if you can get out of this for the 1-2-3 inning, take a little bit of momentum back, you got one shot.
Fly ball center field. Grant comes over. That's out number 1. You're 1/3 of the way there.
Good start. Good start if you're Owensboro Catholic. You take out the first one. Nice routine fly ball to the outfield. Well hit ball, but the old can of corn there.
Danielle Beckwith 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and flew out to left field.
It was just, a little more than 24 hours removed from a monster game, probably still fresh in our memory.
She had the 2-run home run as that pops off into the cow pasture down that right side. She had the 2-run home run, 4 RBIs yesterday, which ties for the most RBIs by a player so far in the tournament entering today.
A good day of work for Beckwith yesterday.
We got a couple today with 3 RBIs off Lily Grant and Jessie Daniels. And it'll go to 1-1. Hamilton, though, I think both of these pitchers, both of these hitters, teams-wise, offensively know these pitchers, and I think both really have done a good job in the circle.
Yeah, we've seen strikeouts from both.
1-1 misses low. As your strikeout totals right now for Hamilton, she struck out 7, 5 for Roby, which against both these teams who can swing the bat, that's pretty solid. Nothing against some of the other teams that have played, but these are 2 of the better offensive teams that you're going to find in this tournament. 2-1, almost hits Beckwith.
Push her off the corner of the plate there just a little bit.
I do know that my former partner who would do games with me on baseball, Briley Napier, he would have said wear that one. That was always his thing. 3-1. Called strike the knees. Briley has the former Grayson County High School baseball catcher. He has the self-proclaimed state record for hit by pitches in a career.
That's a dubious honor.
It is. Here comes the 3-2. Slow ground ball to Tigner at second. Takes a weird bounce. She recovers and throws. It's a good job there by Tigner. That took a weird bounce at the end. She's able to recover and throw it out.
Yeah, kind of hopped up on her. It was worm burning. It was just running straight across the dirt, and then right in front of her, probably 6 inches in front of her glove. It takes a hop up. Fortunately, she's able to adjust, and it's not high enough that it gets through the gap in her arm. She's able to knock it down and make a play.
Michaela Rowan has popped out and struck out. And, it was kind of one of those, it was like 3-inch bounce, 3-inch bounce, 3-inch bounce, and then all of a sudden 6 inches. And luckily she was able to recover. It wasn't like a huge bounce as Rowan shows bunt, pulls back. Rowan's been quiet for the tournament, but has made a couple of nice plays out in the field. It's one of the reasons that her name is in the lineup every day.
Yeah, a defensive specialist for Daviess County. And it could just be the tournament. We've seen some players. We talked about Jessie Daniels until tonight. She's kind of struggled at the dish. So, could just be this tournament as much as anything. Pressure being on.
Watches that pitch, evening it up at 1-1. For Owensboro Catholic in the 7th, it'll be Duquette, Hamilton, Hamilton. That's 9-1-2 in the order. It's just about what you want if you are wearing green and yellow. 1-1. Ground ball, foul. She tried to hug the line, and it did skirt foul.
Well, if you can, Duquette's been good through the tournament. Obviously, Brooke Hamilton had the home run in the opener. If you can get Duquette on, the potential is more than there to at least extend this, give us a little free softball in a region title game.
No one is going to turn that down that has made the trip here to Leitchfield tonight. Here comes the 1-2 pitch with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hamilton versus Rowan, pitch number 120 of the ball game. Is a ground ball to Stewart at third, throwing, that is it, but we head to the 7th. Owensboro Catholic needs a run or the season comes to an end. We'll find out if they can do it after this, as this is the 3rd Region Softball Tournament brought to you by Owensboro Health on K105.
3 outs, that's all we need.
It's exactly what you want to draw up in a 3rd Region Championship game. Daviess County 5, Owensboro Catholic 4, Sam Gormley and Zach Newton with you. Lady Aces need 1 to keep the game going. If not, Daviess County will represent the region in Lexington. First pitch to Abby Ducate is inside for ball 1. Ducate reached on an error and popped out to first in her 2 plate appearances today. Ducate was 3 for 6 coming in to the tournament as she fouls it off and has scored 2 runs. None more important would be a 3rd run right here, no matter how she can do it. I'm sure that her head coach, Jeremy Phelps, told her, whatever you can do, just get on first base. Get on first base. It doesn't matter how you do it. If you have to wear one, wear it.
A 60-foot jaunt.
Ducate skies one on the infield. Daniels, the first baseman, comes in. That's out number 1 here in the 7th inning. Lineup flips back over. Brooke Hamilton. We do invite you, no matter who wins this game, we will have an extensive post-game show. We'll have the trophy presentations for both of these teams, so don't go anywhere. After the game, we'll be sure to have it all for you.
See John Biggs adjusting the outfield a little bit. The shift on for Brooke Hamilton.
Brooke Hamilton watches the first pitch high. She's 0 for 3 today. She's popped out to second and short and reached on an error. That error plated the run back in that 3rd inning that tied the game up at 1 at the time. Called strike in the outside corner. Brooke Hamilton has had a phenomenal tournament. Of course, couldn't have been much better to start. A home run and a perfect game on Sunday against Meade County. 15 strikeouts to end Edmonson County's season last night. Called strike, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Roby working the corner. 2 strikes. Hamilton's going to have to swing the bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, top of the 7th. Hamilton pops it right
She
side.
it.
It's a long run for the right fielder who can't get there.
Goes to opposite field.
Cadence Hamilton had to make a long run after it. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 down here in this top of the 7th inning. It is a 5-4 game. Annie Newman had the home run that made it a 5-4 game.
Count is 1 and 2. The scoreboard is incorrect.
Misses low. And now that'll even up the count here at 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Rayleigh Roby. Hamilton rips it back up the middle for a base hit. She finds the open spot, parts the Red Sea in straightaway center. And the tying run is on first base For Owensboro Catholic, Brooke Hamilton stands at first. Bailey Hamilton comes in. She's walked, grounded out, and popped out. In the on-deck circle is Tigner for Owensboro Catholic, trying to extend this game any way that they can. Outside, ball number 1. I love the crowds on both of these teams. Every pitch means something. Hamilton swings and misses.
Big cut there by Hamilton.
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 down. It was that 5th inning where Daviess County had 2 home runs. The 2-run home run by Daniels to tie it. And then Newman had the go-ahead. Swing and a miss on the pitch outside. Tigner stands on deck. Brooke Hamilton is the runner at first. I like it. She tapped her helmet, pointed at her sister, and said, "You got this." Rayleigh Roby delivers the 1-2. It is high, good eye by Bailey Hamilton. You're not going to do anything with it, and it's not going to be called a strike.
It's tough to lay off in a 2-strike count. Really impressive discipline there by Bailey Hamilton.
The break even. Hamilton swings and misses, and the Lady Aces are down to their final outs. Addison Tigner has popped out to right field, flown out to center, and flown out to left. Tigner entered. She's now 3 for 10 with a pair of RBIs in the tournament. 396 average, a homer, 5 doubles, 17 RBIs. Rayleigh Roby and Daviess County trying to win their 4th straight region title. Addison Tigner is the hitter. Roby. First pitch is a cold strike right down the middle. The Daviess County fans rise to their feet. Roby in the circle. The 0-1. Fly ball right field. Hamilton coming in, moving over. The catch is made by Beckwith, and the Daviess domination continues. The 4th straight region title for the Daviess County Lady Panthers. Their 30th win of the season, and they will advance to Lexington to face region number 13 coming up next week. The final score is Daviess County 5, Owensboro Catholic 4. Daviess County dominates to pick up the win. The home run by Jesse Daniels and Annie Newman is what advances them to pick up the win. Again, your final score, Daviess County 5, Owensboro Catholic 4. We're going to take a quick break and come back with the championship presentation after this. Again, your final score, 5-4, Daviess County wins. This has been the 3rd Region Softball Tournaments on K105.
Stadium in Lexington. see Kincaid out there.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where it is Daviess County that has won the third region championship by a final score.
They are muted.
I'm well aware, yes. As Grayson County picks up the 5-4 win, Daviess County picks up the win as the celebration is continuing on the mound. Gormley and Zach Newton with you. We're going to turn it over here to Alan Dotson, who will have the celebration on the field, and then we'll try to bring you some interviews as well.
I'd like to take this opportunity to announce the third region all-tournament team. First, from Breckenridge County, Ashlyn White. From Meade County, Annabelle Knoop. Tongue-tied. There she is. From Muhlenberg County, Macy Cotton. From Ohio County, Taylin Clark. From Butler County, Avery Gleason. Also from Butler County, Tinsley Belcher. From Edmonson County, Annie Kuiper. Also from Edmonson County, Julie Norris. From Owensboro Catholic, Brooke Hamilton. Owensboro Catholic, Addison Tigner. Also from Owensboro Catholic, Lily Grant. From Daviess County, Annie Newman. From Daviess County, Jesse Daniels. From Daviess County, Caitlin Hill. And from Daviess County, Rayleigh Roby. Now we would like to introduce the third region runners-up. Now we would like to introduce the 3rd Region runners-up, Owensboro Catholic Lady Aces. And now your 3rd Region champions, Daviess County Lady Panthers.
I need to take a picture of the all region teams.
You want them individually or the highlighted ones? This one, and the highlighted ones. They're not wrote all on here.
Okay, so the ones that are
Highlighted.
highlighted. Let me see if I can see
You want
them.
me to?
Yeah,
mark
don't
them?
worry about it. I need to see this. Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir. Well.
Mr. B, right now.
Congratulations to Daviess County, who has won the 3rd Region Championship tonight by a final score of 5-4 against the Owensboro Catholic Lady Aces. I mean, one of the best games of the tournament. Both these teams have a lot to be proud of. We're going to try and talk to head coach John Biggs here in just a moment. As Coach Biggs is going to come over here and talk with me as we're going to try and get this live. Coach, I'll hop you on right here, and we're already live. This is Eli. He's going to get us 4 straight region titles. Does it ever get old?
No, it never gets old. It never gets old. These kids have worked extremely hard. They kind of had a target on their back, and everybody was telling us we had a target. But, when you got a target on the back, it means you've been successful. And they embraced that all year. There was never any panic in that dugout. These kids are gamers. There's gamers.
They fell behind early, 4-2. Were you worried with how they'd react?
Really wasn't. We faced some adversity, but these kids have been in big moments all year. We played a very competitive schedule, and I felt as the game went along, we got better at bats. We saw more pitches, and we were still barreling balls up and still had opportunities. It was just those kids coming up and getting those key hits.
You're freshmen. 2 home runs tonight. Doesn't get much better than that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I'll tell you what, she hacks the ball. She's going to get her cuts in. We've had to dial her back and try to get her to be a little more patient. But sometimes she may swing the ball out of the zone and hit it a long way.
Coach, congratulations. Good luck next week. Hopefully you bring home the title.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for everything you guys did. This was awesome.
Absolutely. We really appreciate it. We're going to send it over to Zach, who has a couple of the players of the game.
Zach Newton here, joined by ace pitcher Rayleigh Roby and the big bat for Daviess County all year long, Jesse Daniels. First of all, congratulations, ladies, on your first straight region title. Rayleigh, we'll start with you. You were dominant in the first game, had a great second outing. Tonight, the bats caught up to you, and it's probably familiarity with you. How do you attack hitters that have now seen you? This is the 4th time you guys have met.
I mean, of course, there's no secrets because we faced each other 3 times, and this was the 4th time. But, I knew if I put it in play that I could trust my defense behind me, and we just got to learn from each at-bat and learn what to throw them the next at-bat.
You gave up the home run. Catholic had not hit the ball super well through the tournament thus far. You give up the home run. How do you settle yourself back down there? You see it when you watch Major League Baseball. You take a minute, kind of settle yourself. As a young person, you don't have that kind of composure yet just because you don't have the life experience. What's that like? How do you kind of bring yourself down to handle that kind of pressure situation?
I mean, it's definitely not a good feeling, but there was nothing that I could do about it, and I knew that we have been down way more than that, and we've came back, so I knew that we could do it. Just had to trust everybody.
Is it harder for you as a pitcher that doesn't hit to kind of have to sit there when your team's up trying to get you out of that hole? Does it kind of weigh on you a little more?
Not this team.
There you go. Thank you, Riley. Jesse, to you, come into the tournament batting .500, which is absurd. I think it's fair to say you hit 17 home runs. The bat went quiet for the first couple of games. We sat over there and said, you can't give her anything to hit. You don't maybe pitch around or give her the Barry Bonds treatment. But at the same time, you were due. You come up and hit a monster 2-run shot. What did it feel like to kind of get the monkey off your back there?
It felt really great. I was kind of stressed. My first at bat didn't go very well. I kind of swung at a bad pitch. My second at bat, I got a base hit. My third at bat, I just went up there telling myself base hit. That's all I got to think about. Rayleigh tells me all the time, base hit, base hit. That's what I go up there thinking. So it felt really nice.
Well, you came into the game with 17 home runs. 18 probably feels the best out of all of them, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. I was hoping to get one more in the postseason, but. So yeah, now I'm hoping for one more now.
Well, you get to go to Lexington and try to go yard there at UK. Not only did you hit the big home run, you made some clutch plays, some catches in foul territory to help Rayleigh out. When the bat goes a little quiet, do you kind of subconsciously step your defense up, and do they kind of play off each other?
Yes, I've said for a while that if my offense is off, then my defense is on. I've been trying to get both on at the same time for a while now, but I work harder on, I don't want to say I work harder on defense, but I try my best to be perfect on defense when I can't produce at the plate.
Well, ladies, congratulations. Before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to back home, maybe that couldn't make the trip, some family members or anything like that?
I'm playing for you, Ash.
Me too.
Well, that'll do it for me here on the field. We will throw it back maybe to Sam. I'm not 100% sure, but congratulations, guys. Sam, back to you.
Thanks, Zach, as we're going to continue our coverage here of the third region tournament. I guess we're going to go live to me. Maybe we can cut to one of our wide cameras if our director can do so on the back, and they can let me know when I'm no longer on the camera. Or maybe I'm not. Okay, good. Zach and I can now talk. We're producing this on the fly because that's kind of what we do. Zach, this does, in fact, let's walk not in the pictures and try to go over to this other camera and try to figure this out. We're producing this on the fly, ladies and gentlemen. This is how K105 likes to work.
But important to note that we can't hear anything. We have no headsets. We just have wireless microphones. We're just roaming.
We're just wandering around and hoping that we can find somebody. I don't know. Maybe we'll find somebody to talk to, potentially. I don't know. Did you get Annie Newman?
We're hunting for Annie Newman. I think she's... No. Yes, right there.
We've got her.
We found her. Trey, follow Sam. Sam is trying to catch up with Daviess County Panther Annie Newman. Had a big game at the plate tonight.
Here with Annie Newman. Hi. 2 home runs tonight. Can you put this into words?
It was cool. Had a great time.
Now, you had that. Things weren't going great. You fell behind 4-2. Your teammate Jesse hits the home run. You're coming up. Were you thinking immediately trying to put it up 5-4?
No, I was thinking we need a base hit. We need to keep hitting for my team, But I was hype. I was swinging as hard as I can, and it's worked.
For you as a freshman, you've got a great senior class. A lot of really great. I'm sure that they're great mentors to you. How does it feel for you getting the big hit to make sure that they get this region title as well?
It feels great. I'm just glad I can be there for my team. They're there for me all the time, so.
What's next for this team?
What's next? State champions. Let's go!
That's a perfect way to do it. The party continues around us. Annie, congratulations. Good luck to you. Good luck to your teammates. And bring home that title. That's Annie Newman. Zach, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to take a quick break, in fact, and we're going to go back and try and wrap it up with a post-game show after this, as this is the 3rd Region Softball Tournament on K105.
It's not going to get any funnier than
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where Daviess County has won the 3rd Region Championship by a final score of 5-4. The final line score for Owensboro Catholic, 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. For Daviess County, 5 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. The home runs, 2 of them for Annie Newman, 1 for Jesse Daniels. RBI-wise, 3 for Jesse Daniels, 2 for Annie Newman. The 2 best bats for Daviess County came away when they needed them the most, and also Rayleigh Roby in the circle. 7 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. For Owensboro Catholic, the 3-run home run by Lily Grant. She had all 3 of their RBIs. Hits as well by Stuart Jones and Bailey Hamilton. Brooke Hamilton in the circle. 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. Zach, this Owensboro Catholic team, I mean, you might look at them or see, heads being hung, but they have a lot to be proud of.
Well, it's always hard to come up, to make this deep of a run in the postseason and come up a little bit short. It never feels good, but a really impressive display. I mean, we've glowed about how good Brooke Hamilton has been all tournament long. She was incredible to watch. Very resilient play. This game came down to the wire. I mean, we even thought, late in the game, Catholic gets a runner on, a little theatrics wouldn't have surprised out of this tournament with just the way that the week has gone. But a phenomenal display by Owensboro Catholic, nothing to be ashamed of. Daviess County just got the bats going when they really needed them.
We talked about it either in the open or the first inning or something. I said, Jessie Daniels, she's 1 for 7. She's quiet. And I think I made the comment something like, if I'm Owensboro Catholic, I'm terrified that she's 1 for 7. And she proved why they were terrified, probably.
Yeah, you heard us talk to her just a couple minutes ago. She just got up there and thought base hit. She finally makes good contact. And then, it's a moonshot. Did
it land yet?
It did, and the only reason we know that is because it nearly took out our camera.
It did,
and the
that's
pucker
right.
factor on that play for you very high.
That did. We might even, when we go out there, look, where there might be a dent out there in the track. I don't know that Matt Hayes, the track coach, is going to be. He might not be too happy about the dent in the track.
A moonshot.
This has been a lot of fun, though, this week. First off, and Zach, I know I can speak for you in saying this, congratulations to Daviess County.
Yeah.
Good luck. Win it all. Go over to Lexington, win it all. We don't need Ballard winning it all again.
That's overrated.
Yeah, or any of those Louisville schools. I like it when the county schools can go up there and do it. They will play, if you'd like to follow them, Friday, June the 2nd at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at John Kropp Stadium. They will play against Region 13 winner. That'll either be Pineville, Corbin, South Laurel, or Lynn Camp. Now, South Laurel is hosting the tournament. Solid team. The best team as far as RPI-wise still left in is Corbin. So that's the presumed opponent, but you never know who they might be able to go up against coming up on next Friday. But we want to wish them the best of luck.
Yeah, absolutely. Safe travels back to Owensboro. Safe travels to Lexington. And, why not win a state title at this point? What else have you got to do?
No,
they've already graduated.
That is exactly what they said. They that was their goal. We're done with it. It's time to win the title. I also do want to make sure that we thank Owensboro Health for their coverage of this tournament all week. They helped us put this on for you. I want to give a shout out to the region as a whole. The ADs for voting to allow this to happen. This has not been something that has been allowed. They did it for the baseball tournament as well. And, for us being the media personalities and so on, we just want to do this for these kids. They deserve this spotlight all season long. And I'm glad that they're finally hoping to do it, and I hope this translates into all sports moving forward for the region level.
But a really, really great display by both teams tonight. It was a lot of fun to watch all tournament long. I had a blast getting to do this. Obviously, I'm here kind of moonlighting in the third region once again. But
Won't be your last time.
No, of course not. But I have a great time doing this, and it's I don't watch a ton of softball, so it's cool to kind of get outside my comfort zone a little and take in some third region sports and some third region softball. This was a great time.
And I also do want to make sure we give a shout out to our crew. We've had a bunch of different crew members this week. Tonight, Jaden Kinney, Trey Cook, Eli Smith. We've had Chase Blaine. We've had Cole Snyder.
Love you, son.
We've had Alex Cook throughout the week. They've done a phenomenal job bringing this entire tournament for you. We're just talking.
We couldn't do this without them, for sure. Even Jaden.
They have done a phenomenal job. Jaden, have you had fun?
Yeah.
So you can tell he's had the time of his life here, and he can't wait till we get back because, Zach, this is the final K105 sports broadcast until August.
It's almost football season. Now, I do football in E-Town, so you won't see me for football season.
No, but it'll be here very soon. It's been a ton of different games that we've done, different sports. Make sure if you're watching with us on the K105 YouTube channel, give us a subscribe so you make sure that you don't miss any of the action next season long. That'll wrap up our coverage. Daviess County, congratulations to them for winning the third region championship tonight by a final score of 5-4. For the K105 Digital Productions crew of Jaden Kinney, Eli Smith, and Trey Cook, and Zach Newton, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.